Hello, I am Tiffany and this is my channel, Thriving Lively, and I am just getting ready to do some meal prep. So I thought I would just show you what I am prepping and then show you all of the things that I am making for the week. I live in the Pacific Northwest and we're getting a little bit of a cold front coming up in a couple days. So I decided I was going to make some soup. I'm going to be doing a cauliflower soup, kind of like a cheesy cauliflower, and then add some like broccoli in it, so it's like a cheesy broccoli type of a flavor. So I don't really have a recipe, I'm just kind of gonna wing it with what I have. So I'm just using like a couple bags of frozen cauliflower for that. I have some celery and a couple leftover carrots and an onion that I need to use up before they go bad, so I'm going to throw those in the soup as well. I'm going to be prepping some rice. I'm probably doing a couple bowls like we normally do. I think I have some bell peppers, so we'll probably do some like Mexican type bowls. We'll probably make brown rice this week instead of white rice. And then just for breakfasts, I'm going to be doing my normal oats and steamed cabbage and yellow squash. So nothing very exciting, but just kind of, helps me to be prepped. So I will show you how everything turns out.
So I'm first going to saute some carrot, celery, and onion in some broth. And I just kind of coarsely chop all of these up because I will be blending it. And then once that kind of softens, I'm going to add 2 bags of frozen cauliflower. And then I'm going to put the rest of the one box in plus an additional box of broth. You can just use water and like bouillon or something, but I like using this. I do add a little bit more of the Better Than Bouillon veggie stock. Just 1 teaspoon though, and it so kind of dilutes the sodium. Gotta get every last drop. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of onion powder and then 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and then drop some on the floor. And then just some cumin. I didn't measure it because I have a baby on my hip and it's really hard to do things this way. So, and then I add a can of diced tomatoes with the juice. And then I take my immersion blender and just start blending it up. You can leave it a little chunky. I prefer to have mine really creamy, and if I wasn't carrying a baby on my hip, I probably would have put it in my high-speed blender, but she wasn't having it, so this is what I get. Like I said, you can leave it as chunky as you want. You don't even have to blend it, but it just kind of, I don't know, gives it a nice creamy texture. And then I'm going to add some nooch, probably about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, depending on how much you like nutritional yeast. And then I just blend all that in there. And then I just let it simmer for a little bit. And then while that's simmering, I'm going to chop up some broccoli, just some rough cuts, and then I'm going to add that to my soup and stir that in and let it soften up. And then after that, it is ready to eat.
Okay, I am all set with my prepping, and so I'll just go over all of the things that I have prepped and show you what the meals look like when they are all done. I'll just kind of insert pictures. So I'll just get started. So for breakfast, I always have a big bowl of oats. I usually use a 3/4 cup or a full cup of dried oats, depending on if I worked out or not. And sometimes if I'm just like extra hungry, I'll do that. And then I have that with like berries on top of it and some maple syrup. And then before I eat that, I usually have steamed green cabbage and some yellow squash or zucchini. I have been looking out. Our yellow squash and zucchini has like been really good in the stores, even though it's the dead of winter, so I keep buying it. And so that is my breakfasts. For lunches, I am going to do the soup that I made that I was talking about earlier with some sweet potato. I roasted these yesterday. I have some Japanese and a Hana in there, and I usually just throw these in the oven at 425. If I leave them whole and they're kind of big, I cook them for an hour, and then I start checking them after that for like every half hour. Usually they'll take about 2 hours to get them fully like soft. This time I cut them, and they only took a little over an hour to cook, but like the bottom part got a little bit, not burnt, but like it kind of has a funky taste to it. So I have to cut that off, so probably won't be cutting them next time. But I will be eating those, and then with my soup, which I'm already eating, even though I'm just about to have dinner. Gotta have a roadie when you're prepping. So this is what I am gonna be having for lunch. It turned out really good. I put some Cholula in there because I love hot sauce, but my daughter ate it and she approved. So it's a kind of throw together recipe. I will try to just like put it in the description and you can just play with it, but it's pretty much just veggies blended with some broccoli thrown in there. And then that is going to be my lunch. For dinner, I am going to be doing roasted vegetables this week. And so what I do is I just get some like the Yukon Golds. I chop them all up and have them ready. I have some zucchini. I have a little bit of like fresh Brussels sprouts left. I have frozen ones that I'm going to try to defrost and then roast, but they are disgusting. And so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save them. I don't even know why I bought them. I have never had frozen Brussels sprouts before, and I don't think I ever will buy them again. But hopefully that way, besides just steaming them, saves them. So what I do is I throw the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts on a pan, and an onion, and I put some onion powder, garlic powder, and like a tiny bit of salt on top. And then I roast that 400 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then I put on the zucchini and then some mushrooms. And I know I've talked about it in another video, but what I do is I de-stem all my mushrooms because the stems are harder to digest. And coming from someone that has had Crohn's or a lot of stomach issues, I don't play that game. And so I just de-stem them, and then I cut them and then put them in a paper bag. They last a lot longer. And if you don't want your mushrooms to be slimy, don't wash them. Water instantly makes them slimy. I've watched like a tons of videos on them. I actually are growing some mushrooms. I will show you. I got this cute little box of mushrooms from Walmart. It's on my list on Amazon too. But anyway, so we're big mushroom people here apparently. Anyway, so I just roast all of that for another like 15 minutes, and then that is our dinner. Usually that fills me and my husband up. I make enough for us to each have seconds, just in case, but yeah, it's very, very filling. I don't have any like legumes in any of these dishes, I just realized. So I will probably add like some black beans to my sweet potatoes, because I don't know why I like that mix. But so yeah, that is what I have prepped for the week. If you want to let me know the days that you prep, I will put my videos out, like try to do it before or maybe the day of, if you prep like on Sunday or Saturday. That way you guys have some ideas and you guys can kind of get some inspiration from me, or I can get inspiration from you. That would be wonderful. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more of my prep videos or just updates about my journey on the Starch solution. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video.